Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new series, a hardcore Let's Play series. Not one I've done on this channel before, but not something I'm unfamiliar with. I don't plan to die, but for organization's sake, let's call it Season 1 just in case. So let's get hardcore selected here. Everything else can stay default. I don't really want to mess with anything, and we won't have any special seed. Hopefully, we get a good spawn, or I might have to do this again. Oh no, Acacia. Ugh. Um, hmm. Are we far from anything else? There's jungle right there. We got some regular plains or something right here. I mean, you know what? This is fine. Yeah, this is good. This is actually pretty good. I'm okay with this. We got a cave right there. This might actually be a decent spawn. Hold on a second. Well, first things first, let's chop those down. Whoa, whoa. First things first, let's chop some wood. If I can have any nearby. Unfortunately, we have to do a acacia tree, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm kind of in the mood to do like a casual hardcore let's play. I know like, survival is more of a casual calming kind of let's play, but something about hardcore, it's nice, especially for a YouTube series. Like, when do you end a survival let's play series? Where's the end? When you're done with it? With hardcore, at least at some point there's gonna be an end. Most likely. Obviously, it may take a long time, but there is an end without you just quitting. Which happens, people don't stay with worlds forever. My entire main channel is focused around mostly doing one-off videos so that I don't have to get burnt out on any particular one thing. But you know what? I kind of was in the mood for a nice casual playthrough, something I haven't done in a while and actually stuck with, especially in hardcore. It's just, I don't know, like I said, it's so nice to only focus on this specifically. Um, and as the nature of this channel, I'll probably do mostly unedited, but we'll see. I might cut things here and there, and we'll obviously jump past things that don't need to be included. Let me actually make an axe real quick so I can get these cows. Hello, I don't know why I just put that all the way over there. How are you? Hey, buddy. I should probably save some of you guys, but I'm sure there's cows in the forest to our left over the mountain, so we could probably take out all of you. Who knows if you'll even be here later on anyway. All right, there we go. I got some coal right here too. I'm gonna wait to mine that. Let me get some stone, get a stone pickaxe. I cannot stand using wooden pickaxes. It's just extremely low or slow process, especially. Cheers, skeleton. Got a cave in here? Especially with like coal. What do we got? I know I heard a skeleton. There's gotta be an entrance. It's somewhere. We'll take a peek around. I'm not gonna dig through here too much. Go ahead and grab ourselves some stone tools, just a few of them. I never really get a sword ever since 1.9, I think it was. Change the combat. Just because there's really no point. Oop, there we go. Because even this one does 7, but stone axes and up do 9, which I'm pretty sure a iron sword only does 7 attack damage. So it's not really worth it for me. Oh, and there's copper as well. We are playing on the newest update, so I can do copper tools. I keep forgetting about that because I usually don't play on the newest updates, but there's a video I'm working on the main channel that is also in this update. And it's something that I fortunately got to skip over, I guess. Copper is nice. It is especially when you don't have a lot of iron or if you don't have any. You can use it for like shovels, I think is probably one of the best things because the speed difference is minimal. And it's more durable than something like stone. Very easily attainable. Why do I have this diorite? Ugh. I know that's become more of a loved block, but it's not, doesn't really tickle my fancy to be honest with you. Okay, where's that? We have some copper here, more coal. I want to get that iron up there. And do I have enough to smelt? I do not. Okay. Go grab this. If I can reach it without harming myself, I guess we can waste these terrible orange planks. That'll be fine by me. I'm sure somebody appreciates these, but it's not me, that's for sure. Something about this biome, it's probably my least favorite actual biome, and it also provides my least favorite wood type. It's not bad for building, I guess, but look at the color of the grass. That's just, ugh, it's like yellow. Okie doke. That's actually a decent chunk of iron right there. We can get a couple of pickaxes out of that, which is probably what I'll use it for. Um, if it was 8, I'd probably get a chest piece, but that's fine. I don't do shields. Anybody that has been around my channel long enough, or my main channel, will know that. Oh gosh. That would have sucked. Alright. I don't know if I have to cook some food. Let me get some food cooked. That's probably something I should. Actually, wait, I forgot we're playing hardcore. See, this is something that's going to get me killed. I don't play hardcore that much anymore. But let's go ahead and get the food cooking so I can get that. Maybe I should make a shield, at least for now. Let me get all the copper I can to get some protection with the armor, at least. I'll only use this for armor. I have enough for tools with the iron. And then from there, we'll be in a better place anyway. I also have to find some sheep. That's probably something I should be focused on so I can sleep at night. I don't want to cheese playing this too much, but I will sleep out in the open. I don't care. That does not bother me at all. As long as we're not going to get swarmed by mobs. Which also kind of puts me off of going into caves too. I'm sitting at almost half health right now from just a creeper. And we definitely have plenty of iron or copper here to get us a suit, so that's good. I suppose that's one of the few benefits of them choosing this ore for that kind of thing. Because you can get it, you can get armor pretty easily now. And I think it's better than, or at least it should be better than leather. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's grab another one of these, get this stuff cooking, and then I guess we can split that up to make it go faster afterwards. What I got in there? 7, 5, okay. Let me eat this. I'll grab some more wood while we wait. Don't want to waste time on the first day. And as much as I would like to go down into what might be those caves, I think I'll avoid it for the first day here. And maybe we can see some more easily obtainable things along the side, potentially. Hmm. Is there an ocean near us? Because that's worth looking for, like... Oh, there might be. I guess we could see if there's any ships in there. Get some treasure. That's a good early source of potential diamonds and iron. Most of the time, you always get iron. But we could only get 1 diamond or no diamonds. As much as I don't... Well, I could set up right over there. I want to set close to this ocean here. I like to set close to them. I don't want to be on a beach. Not my not my cup of tea, but I would like to set close to an ocean so we can have like water right next to us without having to worry about wasting on a bucket if we don't need to. And I'll probably get wheat going pretty early too, so I can have like a decent farm. Not have to worry about getting any other kind of food or killing animals too early. I have a few plans for this world. I haven't really nailed down what kind of style I'm going to go after, but I have some plans. I'm really excited for this. And I'll probably, potentially, try to post this once a week. We will see. I'm pretty well. I mean, this before I put this down, I should probably find a place that I'm gonna set up. We'll go out to the ocean in a minute, but I'm gonna decide where to set up right here, and then we can head out from there so we can get back here. It's getting close to night, so I should probably also look for a sheep. Jesus, already getting behind here. Did I see any sheep? I don't think I did. I know I saw a pig. There's a couple right there. Uh, and the cows, obviously, but I haven't seen any sheep. Some more pigs. We got pigs everywhere. Got some big, tall flowers. I like those. I'm a big fan of all those flower types. They make builds look so much better if you just throw those around your like front yard, around your paths and stuff. That with like this regular grass thrown in and a couple small flowers, it's like the best thing you can do, honestly. Oop, there's some sheep. Perfect. Okay. Right before it gets dark. And we'll pick up all of this without a doubt. Ooh, I should probably have the music. I never have the music on for these things. Let me do... Um, I like these new settings. Let me do the music toasts. I'd like to have that pop up when it changes so everybody can know what song's playing. And we'll see how we like that. Let's do frequent, see how often it plays. I do like to have the music without having to add it in post. I'll probably have to add one in the beginning here because I didn't have anything playing. All right, we'll be sure to come grab all this stuff. This is actually a pretty decent spot. I don't build in the jungle ever. I suppose it's nice to have it close enough to have the option if we decide to do that, but I never really do. I've spent actually on my main channel, there's an original hardcore series, and it was in a sparse jungle, which is one of the only times I've ever built in this. And I was actually pretty nice. It was I'm fond of it. The grass is a extra vibrant green, something I couldn't necessarily hate on. It doesn't look like we actually have any caves here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But I do have some more cows, so that's good. We'll save those guys. I'll pick up all these eggs. Because why not? I've never been one to make like cakes or anything like that. Or any kind of like cookies or anything. I don't know, like comment down below if you guys ever do make those like extra items for like the foods and stuff. Like I normally just cook the like a potato or some meat. I very rarely craft food items. One thing I do have to craft right now though is a couple of dyes because my wool is not the same color. So we'll do a little yellow bed for now. Why not? Throw these in here. There we go. Perfect. And now we can make ourselves a bed. I need to hurry up before stuff starts spawning. I actually realized I'm in a bit of a position right now. I already see something in front of me. Oh yeah, okay. Let's leave that there because I think I'll probably set up like right here, at least have my things in the typical chest furnace fashion right there for now. I do plan for these episodes to be pretty long, at least, between, I don't know, hour and a half, potentially 2 hours, potentially. It's not hard to do when you don't edit much. For like a main channel video, that would require like 8 hours of footage, but for this, it wouldn't so much. And that's okay, because the second channel is for things like this. That's why I have a second channel that also focuses on Minecraft and occasionally some other things I like to do. Oh, I should have set the bed up over here. Yeah, we're not doing that. Set the bed up right here. There's nothing over here. We got a little bit of light. Would I sleep this close to lava? Probably not, but you know what? We are playing Minecraft. Also, ignore my voice. It seems a little raspy to me. I don't know why. But it might sound a little cozy to some people. I've heard that before. So, not a bad thing. What we get? Okay, no, I'm not dealing with skeletons right now. That's the only thing I ever need a shield for. In like a regular world, not really, but hardcore, yeah. Oh boy, he tried to get me to look at him. See, this is another reason I don't like these. I need to kill that spider because I want to have string. I do like to fish. It is something I'm fond of. You can get good stuff out of it. So I like to get as much string as I can. And I think we should be able to get some out of a what the hell is it called? A ship. I think you can get that out of ships. So hopefully we come into one that has it. I might be completely wrong about that, but I don't think so. Okay, so let me craft a boat real quick. Let's get that. Set that in the water. I'm gonna go ahead and plant this stuff and get some things smelting. And I guess we'll just throw our stuff like right here. Ooh, and I should probably we'll just set up like a oceanside little as much sense as it doesn't make. Like wheat farm. Just something to start. Nothing crazy. Just something to start. Let's do like that. I don't know why I put that all the way over there, but whatever. Make one chest to clean up what we have going here. Actually smelt this. And cook that. Let's make the armor before I forget, because I will forget. Gotta love it. Perfect. And it's not much, but that's half armor right there. So definitely worth doing. And then we'll just clean up what we have. I'm actually going to use these. We can make a wooden hoe real quick. Or even, I've never made a copper hoe. Let's make a copper hoe. They have that? They do. Okay, cool. Not bad. Okie doke. So yeah, let's get potentially a few more seeds. I can. Oh, I have a shovel already. I was gonna say I can make a copper shovel, but we'll go ahead and go through the stone one because why not? Doesn't need to be huge. We don't even have that many seeds right now. And I plan to have like an actual dedicated farm area for this. I've made a barn one time, and I think I'll do it again because it's kind of nice to have that kind of spot. And as unimpressive as like giant wheat fields look, boy, if they are not a big pain in the butt. So eventually I'll have one because I've had a decent sized one before, but I just remember I took a thumbnail for it. And it didn't look that impressive, like big whoop dude, kind of how I felt about it. And you know what? Chickens might be good for early game. Oh, you know what? Do I have enough? I can make a couple of fences. And I have some seeds. Chickens are not bad for early game because you can pick up without even feeding them, they reproduce by picking up their eggs. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get some chickens. I never have chickens, ever. Not like a farm I usually do, but I think that'd be worth doing for sure. Just while we're running through things really quickly. And then we'll go look for this potential, um, potential freaking ship that I couldn't think of the name of. I do enjoy playing with shaders. If you guys want to see me play with shaders, leave a comment down below and let me know. I do like them, but I figured for this casual start, I would just do no shaders. And if anybody decided that I should use shaders, then I would. Uh, yeah, let's throw this here, I guess. I'm not really sure where I'm going to build the starter house. It's definitely going to be small because it's actually going to be a starter house. It's not going to be anything crazy. I need more wood. We have regular wood we do right here. Okay. Chickens, please stick around. There was like 4 of you. I would like to put you into a nice, beautiful home. Protected from everything. If you would not mind running away there. Okay, they're sticking around. Good. My offer must have been enticing. All right, did I cook this? I did. Take that, take that. Okay, and we can put that away. We don't really need it. All right, and let's make ourselves one of these. Okay. Chickies, come here. I don't have any torches. I have to get some torches. Throw this in my offhand. I don't have actually I don't have any coal on me. All right. Come on, buddies. I thought you had a friend, but I guess I don't really need you guys to reproduce because at least for now, I'm going to be dealing with the wheat. I want to plant the seeds, and I'll use your eggs to have y'all reproduce. So have fun. I should actually grab some of these eggs and throw them in there. That'd probably be smart to have a few of them. I wonder if I get lucky with this one brown egg, if I get a brown chicken. Let's see. Big money. No. Okay. If I get any chickens from this. Oh, of course. Of course. All right. Come here, chickie. I'm going to get you inside here. Come on up. There we go. Okay. And can we actually get that in there? Perfect. Absolutely nothing. Here, guys. You know what? I know you probably don't care, but I'll make it a little nice for you. We'll throw some flowers in there, and I'll give you a bigger area to graze. At least some of you at some point. Right now, they are what do they call this? Free range? No, no. What is? I think maybe free range. Technically, there's like a loophole that you don't think the chickens aren't actually having as good of a time as the name would lead you to believe. I don't remember exactly. Like I think one of them is it makes you believe they have like a yard to go around, but all they need to do is be legally is just be exposed by light, like sunlight and stuff. I know they get a little dark. We'll move past that, but it's just something I was thinking about. All right, do we have a ship out here? Easier to see. One of the benefits of not using shaders is it's easier to see a shipwreck if I could get this to the exact right angle. Oh no, not gonna let me. Oh, good. Can I get it? I think that's probably as good as I can. Nope, I just went up a little bit. So finicky. Ooh. Alright, I think that's whatever, we'll just deal with that. It's not the best, I can't actually really see much, but it's something. Ooh, this is a nice one. I'm a big fan of the old Minecraft soundtracks, which is why I mean, aside from the fact that I cut too much on other videos, so the songs get clipped away, um, I usually don't include the music from the soundtrack because I like to do the old ones, but some of the new ones I've gotten more fond of as time's gone on. Oh, there's a ship right there. Is it? It is, and it looks to be a pretty full one from what I can tell. So that's good. I always love that. We get a treasure map in here and a treasure room, hopefully. That would be really nice. I hate when it's sideways because, oh, there's not. Dang. And no treasure. We do get some wheat, so that's not bad. I wish I'd get a regular potato, but that's whatever. And I'm not going to use the leather. Dang, that's not a good ship. I'm going to double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. But I think that might be all this one has to offer. Maybe? Yeah. Dang. Oh, that's a bad ship. It looked full. I don't know. I'm not the best at identifying them, I guess. There's got to be another one out here. There's no way that's all we get. This is a pretty big ocean. Let's take a... I'm going to take a little bit of a stroll. See if I can come across another one. Well, not a ship, but we have one of those pretty close. Spawn's like right over there. It's like not far at all. I actually just paused my recording 2 seconds ago. So that's pretty cool. If we need to do that at some point, we'll go there, but that's definitely going to be later. I usually don't go in those, as much as sometimes sponges would be pretty useful to me. Ooh, we got an underwater ravine. That's a really good thing. How deep is that? Oh, I can't actually see it. Okay. But, well, we'll come back to that as well. That is good for hardcore. Underwater mining is one of the best ways of getting diamonds, because there's no mobs, and all you need to do is bring a couple of doors if you're playing Java. Anyway, let me look for another ship real quick. Oh, we did come across another ship. I think it's right above my head there. Hop down here real quick. There's like a small little like city thing underwater. Ooh, we got a golden apple. That's really good. All right. I don't really need those, because if I die, I die. And does this have anything on it? Fortune 1. That's not terrible, I guess. I don't know what you can get with a golden pickaxe. I don't even know if you can get iron with that. I imagine you might be able to, though. Yeah, there's this little thing, but I know those guys are spawning there, and if I come across one with a trident, I'm probably dead, so we'll avoid that. We got another half ship here, unfortunately. Does it have the good side on it, though? I think it does. There's the buried treasure. Nice. I'll take all of this stuff. Take pretty much anything I can get right now. Yeah, except for that. I will take the moss. That's actually really helpful. No treasure room, or whatever they call it, captain's quarters, probably. Unfortunately, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, so we'll take what we can get. So, we need to go southeast. Now, I haven't yet configured which one of these things. Managed to turn on my daytime, my day counter there, which, yeah, I managed to turn that on, but I don't know where to find my facing direction. And so that's nice. I kind of don't enjoy the F3 menu. They cleaned it up, but oh, wow, facing west is right there in front of my face. Okay, I mean, I guess that's nice. Let's go face south. Southeast. Okay. We're going over here. Nice. Is that a village? Okay. I did actually come across another village like right over there. It's a little bit closer to spawn, but we have two of them right next to the ocean, which is freaking awesome because it doesn't matter how far it is from spawn. As long as my body of water connects to that body of water, it's a lot easier to transport these guys because I can just get them in a boat and move them right along through the ocean. Ooh, we got some spruce trees right there. Big trees too. I'm going to be farming those. Oh man, this is actually a pretty good freaking world, not gonna lie. I am very happy with this world so far. Take this. All we can get. Ooh, I actually will take on this spider for that beautiful string. That's actually enough for a fishing rod. So I'm gonna spend some time fishing, which is something I may do in between episodes, because kind of hard to include it without it just being an entire fishing thing. I mean, what I might consider at some point, if people are interested, is a fishing stream where all I do is fish. That could be cool. See what we get. Otherwise, it might be something I do in between episodes, because it is pretty boring for other people. But I find it nice to kind of just relax and fish a little bit and get a chance of getting good things by turning your brain half off, honestly. Not opposed to it. Got another village? Yeah, it's definitely a village. Nice. Okay, I actually might steal one of their beds to sleep in once we get this treasure, which is directly over here. Treasure from these guys, huh? One of their ancestors back in the day dropped down a little treasure for them, and we're going to be picking it up. Now, okay, I'll say this again, and then chunk. Is that our chunk coordinates? No. I don't know where the chunk coordinates are or how to turn it on, because I got used to doing the 9-9 thing. Can I do this? Is this going to turn? Hold on. Let's fiddle around a little bit. Looking at, it's probably not these, but post effect system. See, I don't know. I feel like it's got to be trunk borders. No, no, this is not. No, no, this is. Yeah, that turns on. So everything down here renders things. So we don't want any of that. I hate this. I hate that you have to like worry about this junk generation stats. Maybe. Um. Oh, I don't like that. Where the hell did that pop up? Chunk information. I hate this. I like why did they mess with this? They could have left it like default and then you could turn off what you want to turn off. Why did they change it? Now I have to find all this stuff. I think that's what got added right here, but that doesn't look right. This is so stupid. Um source stats? Chunk source stats. Where is that? No, that's definitely not it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I just a little annoying to me. Light levels. That's cool to know, but I don't care. Dang it. Memory particle render stats. Yeah, I don't know. Unless they got rid of it entirely, that's always a possibility. But I like to do the 9-9 thing, especially when stuff's like way underwater. Um, but whatever. That's all. This is all like mod stuff now. So it's like everything above here. Just turn all this stuff on. Will this just be like the old debug? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, let's turn that on. Turn that off. Now does it got it? I have to find it, of course. Uh, nah. Oh, oh, it does. There it is. Section relative on the right side. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Is that a thing? Section relative? Is there like a section height map? No. I would like to know which one it is. It's got to be one of these. I just put it on. Chunk source stats. I don't know. I'm going to just leave all these on. It doesn't really make much of a difference to me. Like, that's not even that full. So we're at 9-9. So it's right here. Yep, they didn't change that. Okay, let me get some air real quick. Perfect. All right, let's take everything. We'll just take all of it. Why not? We got one diamond, like I said, we would probably get, but that's all right. Go ahead and go to sleep in this village, and we can head out in the morning. Throw that out though. Let's litter into the ocean. Why not? And I got myself some 11. I got myself 11 iron out of that. Maybe not quite. We only got 5. That is still a win though. That is more than we had for no reason. Take this. If I had any bones, I would totally get the dog, but I don't. Not trying to spend any time fighting skeletons just yet. Am I don't think these guys have like special dudes or anything like that. Nothing crazy to loot. Do they have blacksmiths in these villages? I'll take a peek around, but I don't think they do. Yeah, they got this stone cutter. But I can actually take out their cows. Because this doesn't affect me, it only affects them. They'll be starving in the winter, not me. Oh, wait, do they... Oh, wait, they might have blacksmiths. But it's like a little hut here? Oh, no, no. Dang it. Alright. We already got 9 leathers. That's not bad. That's 3 bookshelves worth. Ooh, I'm glad that thing doesn't give you some damage for getting caught in the crossfire there. Ooh, potatoes. That's good. That's helpful. I guess I could take that, and we'll go ahead and sleep in this guy's bed. Do you mind just getting up? I always pictured ripping them out of their bed every time your character does that to a villager. Like ripping them out of the bed or rolling them onto the floor and then just sleeping in their bed. Yeah, nothing. These villages kind of suck. The generic villages are kind of the best, to be honest. As far as like loot and what you can get. Ooh, I take that back. I apologize for being so rude. You guys, holy crap. Not bad at all. Is this a blacksmith? No, not cool. Or is it? Is that with the blacksmith? No, you're a toolsmith. Toolsmith. Should I get some saplings while I'm here? Probably. A quick way of doing that. I don't want too many trees that are touching so they can actually get taken down. So I'll grab this one. Break it away from the house in just a moment. See, that's the benefit, or the bad thing about having your axe as your weapon. It does go down quite a bit, because I don't know how much, but every time you hit a mob, or it takes your durability quite a bit. We're getting all the new songs today. Also, if like, I never really timed what the regular is. This, yeah, this is frequent. So like the regular one or the original or whatever it's called, frequency. I wonder what that one is, or how often it plays, because I feel like there was a lot of time in between. Occasionally I'll throw it on constant when I play like on a world, just kind of chilling, vibing to the music. I like to throw it on constant because I'm a big fan of the Minecraft music. All right, that'll give me a big tree. I mean, I can wait till this stuff's completely done. Maybe. Doesn't take too long. Get a few more out of one of them. Any more trees or things I haven't looted here? I think I have been in here. Oh, I haven't. Ooh, and that gives us a bundle. That's nice. We don't have to waste the leather on it. And some saplings. Hell yeah. Okay, what can I throw in here? Let's throw some food items. Those extra food, that'll work. The paper, nuggets, that, leather, yeah, that'll fill it up. I did hate on the bundles at first, I'm not gonna lie, but I have grown to very much enjoy them because it's just extremely useful. Like, if you have a handful of these, I feel like your inventory, a lot of people hate them or don't see the use in them just like I didn't, but if your inventory is full, you probably have at least half the slots, if not more, that have like one item in them, or only like 2 or 3 or 6. And this will just take all the little extra stuff. That cleared up how many? 11 slots for us that we can use for other things. It's awesome. I love it. Obviously, if you're doing a build and you have, 5 stacks of wood, it's not going to be very helpful, but not really what the bundles are used for. We'll actually end up taking all of this. All right, we got plenty of saplings. We have 3 villages right next to the water, which is very good for when we get to doing villages. I'm excited to get going on that. Dang, this actually is giving me some good stuff here. Let me take out that. And I'm not going to use these other nuggets. So I'll go ahead and put them back there for you, buddy. And I don't need the science. I appreciate it, though. But But yeah, I can't wait to actually get started on villagers, but we're not there yet. We got to do other things. I probably should get like diamond armor before I bother coming out and trying to expedite or what's the word? Wow, I feel stupid right now. What is the word? Import, before I import some villagers from another place. But we do have options, and this is the furthest one in case anything goes wrong with the other ones. Which everybody knows with villagers is a huge possibility. Some cows, or no, what is it? Is it? Yeah, cows, okay. Thought that was pillagers for a second. We'll take down some cows. Get some more leather. Get things, yeah. We got 11 leather, we can get more out of those guys. And we have some still close to us, so we'll get farming on that as soon as possible. That stuff does take quite a bit. I don't know if we'll quite get it in the first episode here. Should probably actually have like some amount of resources before we bother with even getting ready for enchantments, but that stuff does take a while. And that's the kind of thing I usually like fish, waiting for wheat to grow, to feed the cows, and for the cows to breed and grow up and be ready to eat more. I usually fish close nearby to my cows for stuff like that. All right, and can you guys fit in here? No, they can't. Okay. Well, we'll take... Can I take these potatoes? No. Take those out. Anything I could put in there? The diamond, I guess. That. Take a couple of slots. Not too bad. Beautiful. And the leather. 12 leather. I just killed 4 cows. I got 1 leather. And that is why I usually get started on that stuff now. Also, missed opportunity. I know it's not like one of those... I don't remember what they're called. The quiver or whatever the heck it's called that like holds all the arrows. I know a bundle is not one of those, but the fact that you can't put arrows in a bundle and use them is a missed opportunity, honestly. Seems kind of dumb, because you can't put more than a stack anyway, so it's not like you're hacking any kind of space or anything. But yeah, I pretty much looked through these waters. There might be other things like off that direction I'm not going to bother with right now. But I don't think there's going to be anything that we're going to miss along the way, so I'm going to just head back home real quick, and we can continue on progressing. Sorry, brain fart. Man, these are going to be the quickest Minecraft days ever. What the frick? I feel like I just woke up in the village, looted it, and came back home, and already going down. Like, what are we on? Day 2. We're about to be on day 3. In about 38 minutes. Which I guess doesn't sound that crazy, but still. Alright, what do we got? What the... Oh, I hate those things. Oh, I freaking hate those things. I don't know when they added the pufferfish that do that, but I don't like them. Okay, so yeah, let me plant... let me go ahead and just do this, because I always use spruce. I don't know if I'm going to use it, like, right away today, but... Or if we're even going to have a house today, but we might. We might. We'll see. But I do want to have these starting to go. I don't really want to mess up the ground here with these trees. That's like the worst part about it. But you know what? We got to do what we got to do. And I like to have the option for a bunch of spruce. Especially when we get towards like stick trades. These are the easiest trees. Second to, or well, jungle trees are second to this even. But these are the easiest trees to do that. We'll just spread it out that way so that it doesn't do too much damage. And let me take this guy and bring him into the pen with us. Can I actually make... Yeah, I can. Let me go ahead and make these while I'm at it. Throw down some torches right here on the corners. So our guys are not... Wait, what the frick? Okay, well, I gotta wait. Get him in here. Here we go. And we'll throw down these on the torches. Throw down the torches on the fences here. There we go. Nothing. Okay. They will provide at some point. And who knows? Maybe I'll have a bunch of cake. I never do cake, but maybe I'll change my ways for this series. No. Okay. I can feed them eventually. I'm only hoarding the seeds for now so we can like expand this farm a decent bit because it can take up like all of this area right here, and it'll provide a decent chunk of wheat with just that. That when we do get the cows going, we'll already have like a good supply to go off of. I think we, how much did we get from the ship actually? 18. I'm not going to use that for food because we don't need to. So let's go ahead and unload our bundle here with like things that we don't need to have on us and the food that we want to actually go ahead and cook this. I can take one of these and make a smoker because that is so easy to make and it is very worth it. Should have done that before I put the dudes in there, but oh well. And there. The dudes. The frickin' steak. What am I talking about? All right, and the potatoes, I will plant these. These are really good crops to have. So we'll keep that. We don't need this. I'll keep the golden apple on us just in case, I guess. And we don't really need one diamond. There's really no point having that. We'll go ahead and make a fishing rod. So I'll keep 2 of those. And everything else can kind of just be... I guess I can keep that on me. The extra food doesn't hurt to have. Is this cooked? Cooked salmon. Okay, I'll keep that on us. Water breathing will help us later on at some point. Alrighty. And we don't really need the rest of this stuff right now, so I'll go ahead and put it away. Yeah. Oh, actually, let me plant this here. I always like to have some spruce trees, regular ones even, if we don't do anything with them. They're very nice to look at, honestly. Put that in there. And let's go ahead and make ourselves our first, and maybe our last, that we craft anyway, fishing rod. I'll keep this. Should I sacrifice? I'm going to sacrifice 1 leather. Because why not? And I'll make a dock at some point here in the future, but we'll go ahead and call this our fishing spot right there. We could pick that up when we need it, and we'll fish a little bit, but I don't have time to do that just yet because there's really nothing that I'll be waiting for up here. We have other things that we can be doing, so we'll be working on this stuff for now. So yeah, all right. I have wheat, so I could get cows over here. I don't know if I really need to bother with that. I feel like they're not going to go anywhere. They might not even be in render distance from here. Oh, they actually... Are they moving? They are moving. I don't think they're going to despawn. There is a cave right there. Maybe we can get some coal out of it. I know charcoal is a thing. I know we could probably use that. But if I don't need to waste the wood, I won't. Got some coal right there, so I can grab that. Always something we need. Maybe there's a little bit more iron potentially in here. And not too many mobs would be much appreciated. Got some more coal right there. Not bad. We got a bunch of coal, actually, so that's good. Some copper. I don't know if we necessarily need it, but it doesn't hurt to have. Go ahead and get this. And I'll probably end up grabbing all the coal. But I want to take a peek through that side that we walked by, see if we got any iron going on. Because that's kind of what I would like. I mean, this works. It's, you know, it's not bad. But if I can get like 1 armor piece without having to use what I have on me, which doesn't look like we're going to be able to do. So maybe I'll make a chest plate with the iron, because we already have an iron pick. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me see how big this vein is over here. We'll at least grab the one that's deepest into the cave. And we can always come back and grab the rest if we need it. And we probably will, of course. Because this is Minecraft, and you need coal. It's just a necessity always. Alright. One thing I do want to focus on pretty early is an XP farm. And if we can find a dungeon that's kind of top tier, honestly, that's what I prefer. They're not crazy. If you can find multiple of them, that'd be pretty cool. But I have been liking using dungeons when I can find them. They're just so insanely rare for me, honestly, that I never really come across them. So I do want to get XP farms. The obvious one to use is the typical mob farm, which I'm not a huge fan of making them. If I have to, I will. And in this case, we probably will. I've been looking for one that's like smaller, but I can't find one. The typical one is the big one from like the OG, where you got the mobs falling from way above and you have the huge chamber up top where they where they spawn and fall down. And it works good, don't get me wrong. It doesn't take long to make. I could make it. I just I've been looking for like a smaller one or an easier one to make. And I don't know, maybe we can come up with something ourselves, but I feel like it won't be as efficient as the problem. Because these things have been figured out. The game's been out long enough, and a regular XP farm is just a simple mechanic that I feel like has been flushed out enough that we're not going to be able to come up with anything better. But I might fiddle a little bit, because I am going to be focused on that. Trades are really, really good, obviously. I don't want to bum rush trades, but I might. Trades a good way to get XP. And there's like other little things. I'm gonna look into it because I want to have like a few different XP sources. Fishing is not a great one, to be honest, but it does get you from the littlest levels up. Not too bad when you're kind of just vibing fishing when you're waiting for other things. So that's going to be something that we're going to be having for our levels as well. But levels is something I always, you don't need it too much later when you can get to, if you don't rush the game to get to the end, then when you do eventually get your Enderman XP farm, you don't you need it for repairing tools, but you don't really need it for like getting levels for enchants. And if you do, it takes 5 seconds. So, but I feel like if I'm gonna go to the end, I want to be fully enchanted. I don't want to like bum rush it like that, like I said. So we're not gonna focus on really rushing through like that. As far as XP goes, I think we'll probably just stick to the basics, maybe, as much as I might potentially not want to do that. Uh, and mining's not bad too, smelting ores and stuff. See what this gets us. I don't know how good copper is on XP, but I know iron, gold, diamond. Well, not diamonds, but other ones are pretty decent. So, you know, like if you did charcoal, is that good? Because I don't want to stare at all these trees, to be honest. So I could I could tear these down and get coal out of it. All things that I'm thinking about doing. You know what I am gonna do, though? I'm not gonna make a starter house today. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to make like a small little canopy, kind of, in this area. Let me fill in this spot actually, and we can put it, or maybe try to think. Maybe I put it like here, because if we're gonna have a farm here, I feel like we're gonna need an area. Yeah, I'll put it like right here. It's a little bit further back. We'll have like our chickens and pigs and all that stuff. I don't normally farm pigs, but I think maybe potentially farming all the animals might be a good goal to have. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but ignore me. Let me get some dirt. We'll fill that in. But yeah, when we have like our cows and potentially sheep and obviously our chickens, different crop areas, we're gonna want an area to have like some basic tools and stuff. I don't have dirt. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna put a little canopy area where we can have all this stuff. And whether I put a fence around it or not, I'm not sure, but we're gonna see. So let me actually terraform just a little bit in areas that I know I'm not gonna need. So we'll take all of this actually. This is not gonna have any use for us. It's just gonna kind of get in the way of putting down either crops or some more chicken and cow pens. We'll get rid of all this. We'll put it over there, fill on that spot, and then we can build on that. And I don't think it's gonna be huge. Just a simple little canopy, maybe a small, like, one step up roof. Have some fence gates on the top border of it is kind of what I'm thinking. Very, very simple little build, but it keeps us out of the sun. Our character anyway. Um, and we can't put fences on the bottom if it's something that maybe keep creepers off our backs or zombies attacking us in the night. I plan to get back to sticking to pausing. Like if I'm looking away for any reason, I'll try to pause. I lost a couple worlds to not doing that at some point, so gotten pretty good at it. But I haven't spent too much time playing hardcore, so we'll have to see if I'm actually gonna do that or not. And we got more than we probably need, but we did get some seeds out of that, so that's good. Right, get a little more right now, maybe? Nope, got a 1. Okay, cool. Listen real quick, go to sleep. Plant that extra wheat. I do have enough to make a bucket, but I don't think I'm going to prioritize that. I'm going to make that chest plate first. I could set up like a wheat area just to have us like off to a really good start with different basic resources that we need. But I think just filling in that bottom spot's probably going to be decent enough for us. And copper's not actually that bad on XP, to be honest. All right, let's go ahead and throw this down here. I haven't planted any of the sugarcane. I'm kind of being an idiot about that one. Let's go and plant it over here. Why not? This will be within distance. And this is kind of a decent shoreline. Have it. Spread her out a good bit. I like to plant as much as possible because it always has that like initial period where it takes longer. So it's good to just lay it all out. And I don't need windows yet, but we'll go ahead and smelt this up too so that we can have it. I usually end up waiting for stuff to get done. Like that kind of stuff. We gonna let me make a bow right now, dude? Come out here. Don't mess up my crops if you don't mind. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, there we go. All right, well, we can make a bow too. That's another reason that I'm just gonna get the freaking basic XP farm because it's really good for like arrows and even getting like bows without having to enchant them. You get like enough of them to combine. And gunpowder too. Like you don't even really need a gunpowder farm if you spend enough time at a regular XP farm, which I usually do, to be honest. I never end up making the gunpowder farms. Are you done yet? Let me make a. I know a blast furnace isn't gonna. I don't have the resources for that. Let's make that chest plate that I said I would make. There we go. And yeah, I don't have the resources, so we'll just go ahead and hurry this up. And we can throw this in so that I have it. Before a creeper blows up behind me, let's sleep too. Perfect. All right. Yeah, today's episode's all about just like getting started. So having like this basic stuff going. We don't need that. We have all these trees growing. Like we're gonna be ready up when we get going, probably in the next episode, on some projects that I want to focus on. A big thing I've talked about before, honestly, is kind of like I want to get like a rail system going between places that I have. So iron's gonna be very important for that. We'll probably set up an iron farm at some point, but I gotta get villagers here, and it's not something that I want to like super rush like I talked about a couple times. So you know, we'll see when we get to doing that, but that is going to be something I have to focus on. XP is going to be the next thing that I think I'm going to focus on, and like general resources. I mean, obviously mining. We'll probably end up looking for a cave here soon so we can get diamonds because there's no point in worrying about it. But I like to have the XP farm done. Luckily, I have an ocean right here before I get what the frick. I like to have it done before I get the enchanting going so that you can just go ahead and put the enchant table up there. That's kind of what I want to do. And then they never look cool, so I'm kind of wondering if like a swirly loop around it all the way up with like a rail cart would make it look a little bit better. May or may not, we'll see, but that's kind of something I'm thinking about. Yeah, let's go ahead and make our little... I forgot what I called this now. Canopy, our little canopy here. So how should I do this? Let's do like, I'm gonna like border it with some stripped spruce, and I'll make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 7, and we'll make it a square. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Wait, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Don't know how I messed that up. We'll border this like this. I think maybe throw some regular wood in the middle if I have enough. I don't. Or some spruce planks. We'll see. Just grab all of this. Perfect. And do like that. I hate that you can't really have them like turn on each other. So we'll keep it even by doing this. And look at that. Our first tiny little build, we're already going to need more spruce pretty quickly because I kind of want to use these as the pillars on the side as well. Yeah. Okay. This is going to break. There we go. So I guess I'll dedicate. I'll just go ahead and put the the iron towards the axe. Why not? We have to get more anyway, and we need to mine, so it's fine. Throw all this down. I could do stripped oak in the middle, but I don't think that's necessary. It's just going to be too expensive for no reason, and I don't have an abundance of it. I mean, I have it over here, I guess. But we have to cross the water. Come on. Yeah, go ahead and chop all this stuff down. Ooh, bees. I don't know if they despawn if you take them out like that, but I don't think they do. So that'll be sitting there for now. I don't need to focus on those guys just yet. I've never really needed bees for anything. I know you can get beeswax, but I don't mess with copper too much. And I don't know like what else it's useful for. So for any bee lovers, we may not end up dealing with that in this series. So I'm sorry, but we'll see. And then I think one more tree will probably do just fine. Maybe. Yeah, that should be fine. Maybe I should do. I'm fiddling around right now with what I'm making here. Let's test out what this looks like real quick, because the stripped spruce and the unstripped oak have a very similar color. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Probably about that high, or maybe one more, because I want to have some fences up top. So let me see what that looks like. I have to tear down one of these big trees right now. I'll take this down real quick. I'm not going to make you guys sit through this, but I'm going to just go ahead and get this done. Chop this big boy down real quick. All right, there we go. I have to remember to come back here to see if I get the rest of the saplings I need. I see one up there right now. That's all I can really tell. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Anything else would be a bonus. I'll come back over and check in a second. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a little couple of fences on top and see what that looks like. And then I think I'll just do a simple oak up here. I don't think I'm going to have enough for this, but let's try this real quick. All right, my throat's getting so dry. I had to pause real quick. All right. So I'm going to throw, I actually should go up one more. Dang it. Hold on. Let's grab this. I might need more oak than this. I probably will if I'm going to do the roof like this as well. So I'm going to go up one more on each side here so that I can do a little thing right here. Let's do that. What? Can I make that? No, I can't see. Okay, let's. Perfect. And hopefully this doesn't look too tall for what it is. It's a decent like size around, so probably not. Let's do all the way around. And then we'll go up like one half slab, and I think that's really all I'm going to do. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Nothing crazy. Very simple. But I do kind of want to do this. I think that's going to be necessary for how I want this to look. Now, I didn't actually make all of what I wanted, but I have to tear down some trees in that forest right there. So we're going to have ourselves quite a few of these. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. Do I need these? I do. Okay, so let's make more sticks here. Hit that. And I don't think this is enough, but I want to take a look at what it's looking like. Yeah, that blends in pretty good, and then it'll be different from the roof itself. So I'm kind of liking that. And then whether or not we put a fence on the bottom is going to be a different story. Now, I want to see, of course, how this looks. And it'll look a little bit different with the wood on top of it, but I think this will make it look a little bit better. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for. Let me tear down some more of these trees. Kind of wish I had a falling tree, but I wasn't going for a modded feeling of a Let's Play. This is very classic kind of style. I am a fond. I am the Fonz. I am fond of these new big trees, though, because they're not as hard to break all the wood out of. You can pretty much reach it from the ground, which is very nice. And it does make it you get a little bit more wood, so I'm kind of liking that. I hate the ones that I think are still in the game. They're gigantic, and there's like wood in 16 different directions. Not as bad as they were in beta, but they're not great. All right, is that going to be enough for me? It might. I need, well, I need the log. No, I don't think it is. I need the logs for the round part or the top trim, and I also need them for making more plank stuff. So let's just finish off with this tree, and hopefully we're pretty set with that. Now, I don't know. Did I fill in the floor? Of course I didn't. All right, let me put these in first so I know how much I need. And then the rest of them can be planks. Finish off the floor. That gonna be about a stack left. A little bit more. Okay, get this done. I don't want it to look out of place if I have a bed in here, but I kind of want to have my bed in here. Maybe I should put it like to the side. I will see in a second. Just go to sleep. It's not a starter house. It's just a canopy for having like workstation stuff. So it's not like way out of place. And then we can have different paths coming off of it, leading to other places. Or like other parts of what our farm's going to be. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, and so then we'll have that path going around in each way. And I think for the bottom, I'll try out like oak fences instead. So do that. We need more. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. I don't want to get too many of them. No need to waste it. All right, is this mostly sticks? Yeah, I always forget like which recipe I'm dealing with. So we'll do like that. And this is mostly sticks. If I could stop with the freaking... yeah, that's 69. Perfect. Okay. Get all this. This is coming out as bad as nice as I thought it would. This looks pretty good. All right. With that against that, yeah, I'm a fan of that. And I think just going up a half slab on top will be enough to make this look pretty good. So get all of this. And let's do maybe, I don't know how many I need, but that can't be too much right there. Might not even be enough. So, oops. There we go. And I'll try putting some trapdoors on the corners. One of my least favorite things about doing... Oh, that's actually perfect. Nice. About doing this is it always looks so square. Let me throw some trapdoors in the corners and see if that helps. Even though I don't know if I have enough material for anything else. It can't look bad, though. I mean... No, that looks good. It looks good. Oh, they haven't played a single old Minecraft song. That's crazy. All right, cool. Oh, what the frick was that? What am I doing? Okay. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and fill this in. I don't think we're definitely not going to have enough up here. Not even close. I have a crafting table on me, though. So let's see if that's enough. Probably not. Hope the music's not too loud. Doesn't look like it. Oopsie daisy. It's going to be enough. Oh, half a slab short. Or, well, a slab short. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm very happy with this little canopy. It's exactly what I was picturing. And then now I think having of course, I think having the oak would probably look the best on the bottom. So let's take a peek real quick before we have to go back and tear down more. Let's see. Yeah. Or maybe... No, it will. It will. But should I just have it like that is the question. Actually, I don't think it will. Hold on. Let me get some spruce. I'll put the spruce ones down. It does look a little off. It goes with the roof and the floor, but it doesn't go with the trim. Hold on one sec. But I might only want it in the corners, to be honest. It's not going to be as protective, but hopefully it doesn't need to be. No, I like that. Okay, that's good. We'll leave it like that for now. If we need to add more, we will. And then we can go ahead and just move all of our things right in here. Yeah, maybe I'll do... What should I do? Actually, that's kind of imposing a little bit of an issue here. So maybe we'll do like this. All right, yeah, let me just add 2 more on each side so we have like room to put things. And hopefully it doesn't look silly. Put the crafting table maybe in the middle of the floor. I'll do that real quick because I just actually broke it. This can go right in the center. Not bad. And then we need a couple more of these. I think I actually only need 1. Or no, actually. I don't know why I thought a fence gave me 4. Beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and get barrels just to make this look nice and even. Instead of that chest over there. We'll leave the chest over there. It doesn't really hurt anything. So we get a house to put it. Need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we'll do like this. Very nice. As for this stuff, I suppose I can just do this. So that we don't clog up any spaces here. We'll do a furnace and a smoker. We'll do them the same across. Of course, I don't have any more. This is going to give me enough. Yeah, I will actually. Make 1 more furnace and 1 more smoker. Guess we can wait for the blast furnace since we don't have the resources anyway. Oh, I actually have some spruce in there. Nice. And some... Oh, no, I already put that. Okay. I could just leave this here, really. It probably doesn't matter. None of this is really anything crazy. I'm gonna make 2 of these. That's the furnace. And this can turn into a smoker. Beautiful. I don't know if it mattered the orientation. No, it doesn't look like it. All right, and then I'll split this into 4s. Keep it all even. I don't know if I grabbed all the coal out of there, but we'll assume I did. Now, I don't want to waste any more of the leather, but you know what? I think we might potentially have to, maybe, for organization's sake, but maybe not. Maybe not. Can you put signs on the floor now? Okay, not the way I was thinking. No, you can't. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to put those up like that. That would look terrible. So we'll just do wood in here, and we only have 4 chests we have to flick through, so it's fine. Foliage and junk probably there. And I guess we can just go ahead and organize all this stuff. Why not? Why not? Put some goodies in here. That's like kind of a goodie, I guess. I'll consider that a goodie. That's a goodie. I don't know what this is, so I'll keep that in there. This is like junk and foliage. May not go together in other people's brains, but it does in mine. And I normally put the glass with the wood. Don't ask me why, but that's how I do it. Foliage. I guess we'll consider that goodies for now. Kind of important to us. Goodie. Whatever, I guess. String is kind of important right now. TNT, why not? This is sort of important. And miscellaneous. That's kind of junk to me right now. Yeah, we'll keep that on us, actually. And the arrows can go in there. Okay, cool. Not too shabby. I'll take that. Take that. There we go. Okay. Or nice and organized. We got our beautiful little canopy here. Nothing to write home about, but it is working for us. Throw that back down. Ooh, and we can actually harvest some of this. I don't think I need to expand any of it. Maybe on the other side a little bit. But it does not hurt to grab. Because this takes a while too. I mean, there's more efficient ways to do this, obviously, and maybe I'll fill all of this in as like a sugarcane island at some point. But for now, this will work for us just fine. Already have 27 extra right there. Just fill into the ends here. I know that like sugarcane doesn't grow more on sand, but if I already have it going on the sand, I like to keep it that way. Don't ask me why. I feel like that's one of the Mandela effects that people had, where everybody seems to have thought, including myself, that at some point sugarcane grew more on sand. But from what I'm hearing anyway, that never was the case. I don't know if that's actually true, but I do distinctly remember it. I don't know if anybody else has had that, but I've heard other people have experienced that. Okay. We can actually make another copper shovel too, because I don't need all this sand in my way when I go ahead and just fill all this in. I think that's actually what I'm going to end up doing is just, I don't like this. We're going to replace that. Get rid of that. And we'll replace all of it. I'll fill it all in eventually. Break this. Replace. Doop, doop, doop. Perfect. Okay. That is coming out very nicely. And let's drop all this stuff in here. And I'm very happy. Let's actually, wait a minute. Where do I want these torches? Probably all right there, I think. Is it overkill? Yes. Do I care? Not really. It looks symmetrical, so that'll do me just fine for now. Now, this, however, is a little weird. I don't think I have... I don't have enough to spare. Let me see if this looks good. It might not, transitioning into the... No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. Well, I'll fix that another time, I think. Because this seems a pretty good wrap for episode 1 here. We got enough done for me to feel pretty happy about it. If you guys enjoyed, let me know down below. Subscribe if you're interested in getting more. I'm going to try my best to upload these once a week. Hopefully. I got a couple of different things I'm trying to upload once a week, and then the main channel I'm keeping up with as well. So I'll let you know if I'm not going to be able to, but I'm going to try to keep up with these at least once a week. So subscribe if you don't want to miss any of that. Turn on the notifications, all that stuff, and leave a like. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want to see in the series, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.